I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot. Hey, why not? Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the
What up, YouTube? Your boy MonroeTKD coming at you from V-Rob Sports. How y'all doing today, y'all? Miami fans, we gonna get into it. Celtics. So what it do? We gonna get into this, y'all. If you like my content, like, subscribe down below. And at the end of this, comment. Let me know. Say what you need, baby. Let's get into it. What's up, YouTube? MonroeTKD in the house. Coming at you from V-Rob Sports, y'all. What it do? Celtics Nation. Miami, if y'all in here, hey, man. First things first. Mad respect. Miami, y'all played a freaking hell of a game, y'all. Y'all made this close. Not saying we was gonna win, but I knew this was gonna be a battle. Game 7s, this is exactly how it should be. Exactly how it should be played. Close. You know, to start it off, man, that first quarter, I'm not even, actually I should say the first half, not even gonna go front. Man, I mean, I will say at the first half, we played a little more physical ball. The calls, the charges, man, y'all was at the free throw line a lot, you know, and it was like, holy crap. And then, you know, you looking at Jimmy Butler after the 24 points that first half. I said, bruh, this dude about to go off again 2 times in a row. Come on, y'all, because if this happens, this is over. Popped what, 35, but he still went off in my opinion. Dude was a monster. Like I said, give him mad respect. But when you watch this game, you looking at all the statistics, you know, Miami, my lord, y'all kept yourselves in there. You beasted it up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, one thing we did fix, I will say, especially for the Celtics on their side, was the amount of turnovers. It wasn't as much. We created, you know, more opportunities for offensive rebounds, and that too was great, because that was one thing that I would always yell at the screen and say, yo, we need to fix this, because that is a huge problem. You know, getting off an assist and things of that nature. It just seems like in the last 2 games, even though in game 5, you guys won in that, they won in just that regard, but us having those threes and the scoring opportunities and how everybody was missing, that was what killed you guys in that game 5. But coming back to game 7, that right there is something that I was really looking at. I saw it was brushed up, but this time around, it wasn't like, oh, okay, they're missing everything. Jimmy Butler came out and showed why his name is Jimmy Buckets. As a collective team, Jason Tatum didn't go completely off, but he didn't do bad either. But what I loved about it is that Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Marcus Smart all had around the same amount of points. 26, 24, 24. It was one of those team collective wins in which he could do a little something, he could do a little something. You can rely on everybody. And that's one thing I can say. You know, I'm looking at the Heat and I'm like, man, if he had another big, it could be a little bit of a different story. Not to say that he would or not, but for sure a different story. You know, if we had a defense on that person or whoever the case may be. But man, if he had a little bit more help. But you saw Strus doing shit. You saw Kyle Lowry still, you know, he wasn't bad like he was in game 5, you know, and things of that nature. You know what I mean? It was one of those hard-nosed basketball games where it was like, it's going to be physical. You know what I mean? And Jaylen Brown, unlike game 6, Marcus Smart, those two free throws. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking and I'm like, don't pull the Jaylen Brown. Comes out, pulls, gets those 2 points. All the difference. All the difference. And I was like, oh boy, okay. Marcus Smart knows, to deal with that pressure at least. Because I don't know how Jaylen Brown didn't get those. Even though you guys would have still been up in Game 6 in regards to those free throws. But a lot of people can argue that it could have made or break the game in regards to it being turned around, whatever. But man, Game 7 was definitely getting my blood flowing. And it was nice and exciting. You know what I'm saying? But it was one of those games that's definitely one to remember. Finally, this new young group is going to the NBA Finals. Just because, y'all, I will say, because we beasted them up in the regular season when we were on our stride and we murdered the Golden State Warriors that game, don't mean anything. We're going to have to write all that slate clean and start fresh because we're in the actual finals, we're in the playoffs. It's a different beast, And with that said, a lot of things will have to change. You have to make a lot of adjustments. And you know how these things go. But have faith in the team. Gonna have a lot of confidence, especially Celtics fans, including myself, y'all. Let's get it done. You know what I mean? And I'm sure this is a really good feeling for them. Congrats, Jason Tatum. Hell yes. For getting that conference finals MVP. Because that's where it's at. I knew he was gonna get it. It was pretty obvious. They're gonna do what they do. So, statistically, with everything going on, the guys came together collectively as a team. I'm loving Derek White. He's coming out there being like a monster. Bam Adebayo, he made some key plays, but he still just couldn't get out there and make that stride. Jimmy Butler is just the only one really putting the team, on his back. And, like I said, we got to give them the respect that they deserve and give them everything because they was a monster out there tonight and they showed why that the Heat culture is also that team to beat. You know what I mean? And it's up and coming. The future is definitely bright for the Celtics and for the Heat, regardless. You know what I'm saying? And it's been getting crazy. It's definitely getting crazy. Officiating, I'm not gonna say too much about it. It did seem on the other side, but then it started to even out. But like you say, you want to make excuses, no excuses at all. They play the game of basketball and they do what they do. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you got to go out there, perform, make shots. The pick and rolls, everything was really golden. I like the game plan. It was a little more of an attack in regards to the paint, but in a more strategic way. You know what I'm saying? They got out when they had the good looks, got for those threes, and things were starting to look their way. The one thing that was great that I noticed is them getting off to a really good start this time around, because I could see the coach couldn't stress that enough. It was like, get off to that start. And we did, and that made all the difference. But I knew there was no way that Miami was going to sit back and let them keep that damn lead. Come on now. I knew they was going to come back. Like I kept saying it, I'm like, they gonna make this one. It's about to come down to the wire. I have a feeling it ain't gonna be like this. Come on now. It's Game 7. It's Miami. Give them the benefit of the motherfucking doubt. So, like my content, like, subscribe. That's it. That's all, y'all. Holla back at me.